Hello and welcome to Byju's IAS. Let's get started and look into our daily quiz. Let's look into the first question. The ministries or departments of the government are created by the President, Prime Minister, Council of Ministers, Cabinet Secretary. The answer to this is President. Why have we taken this practice question? Because this is in general context with reference to the ministry or the department. We have the Government of India allocation of business rules of 1961. This is made by the President of India under Article 77 of the Indian Constitution. For what? For allocation of business for the effective functioning of the Government of India. We have the ministries or the departments. They are generally created by the President on the advice of the Prime Minister. So it is on the advice of the Prime Minister that a ministry or a department is created. Now when we look into the Cabinet Secretariat, it is responsible for the secretarial assistance to the Cabinet, its committees, and for maintenance of record of all the decisions and proceedings that which is taking place in the Cabinet meetings. So what will the Secretariat do? It will monitor whether the decisions of the Cabinet is implemented or not. So it is responsible for the administration of Government of India transaction of business rules of 1961 so that there is effective functioning when it comes to the businesses of the government. In the present article of context, we have the center, the union government, which has written to nearly 6 states, which includes Kerala, Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Punjab, and Jammu and Kashmir, that they are witnessing a surge when it comes to the COVID-19 cases. So, what is the central government asked them? They have asked them to conduct more RT-PCR tests and also make sure that more number of people are vaccinated. It is this that we have to understand in reference to this article. Now let's look into the next practice question. Which of the following islands is or correctly matched? We have the islands on one side and the country that it belongs to. Assumption Island, Seychelles; Agalega Island, Maldives; Gadu Island, Mauritius. Which of them are correctly matched? The answer to this is one only. Why? When it comes to Agalega Islands, it is not in Maldives, but instead it is in Mauritius. And when it comes to Gadu Island, it is not in Mauritius, but instead in Maldives. So why have we taken this practice question? Because of the reference given in reference to Maldives. So kindly remember, when it comes to the Agalega Islands, it is in Mauritius. When it comes to the Assumption Island, it is in Seychelles. What is the context of this article? When you go back to the historical past, we have one of the important islands in Maldives called as the Gadu Island. What exactly happened in this island? China was trying to hold strategic positions when it comes to Maldives and its associated islands. So they wanted to make sure that they capture this particular region for its own strategic advantages. So they had entered into some agreements with the government of Maldives, and people in this particular area were evacuated as well. Why? Because China wanted to have a strategic position when it comes to the Indian Ocean. So in line with this, India has also entered into number of agreements with Maldives. One of the similar program that India has currently undertaken is signing a defense pact with the Maldivian government. So what will this defense pact do? This will provide credit to the Maldivian government. This will enhance the security for the Maldives. So this will deepen the relationship between India and Maldives so that India also has strategic control when it comes to Maldives as a country, and overall it has a security establishment when it comes to the Indian Ocean. It is this that we have to understand in reference to this article. Now let's look into the next practice question. Which of the following is the best description of fundamental rights? All the rights an individual should have, all the rights given to citizens by law, the rights given and protected by the Constitution, the rights given by the Constitution that cannot ever be restricted. The answer to this is the rights given and protected by the Constitution. Why have we taken this practice question? Because of the reference made in reference to fundamental rights. When we speak about fundamental rights, what are those? They are a group of rights or a set of rights that which has been guaranteed by the Constitution of India, that which has been recognized by the Supreme Court of India, and these fundamental rights require a high degree of protection from the government encroachment. So whenever there is a law which is encroaching the fundamental rights of an individual, that is where it has to pass the strict scrutiny of the Supreme Court of India, and it is where the Supreme Court of India will declare whether that particular law is constitutional or unconstitutional. So generally, when we are speaking about fundamental rights, in case there is a violation of some of the fundamental rights, an individual would be directly able to approach the Supreme Court of India. We have one of the important statements made by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar ji. He says that there is one of the important articles which is called as the soul of the constitution and the very heart of the fundamental rights. So the assignment to you is, which is this article where Dr. B.R. Ambedkar ji has called this as the soul of the Indian constitution? Please type in your answers on the comment section. Now let's look into the next practice question. Consider the following statements. Ministry of Culture had launched upgrading the skills and training in traditional art crafts for development scheme. Hunar Hatt is being implemented as a component of Ustad scheme. Hunar Hatt is an effective platform wherein opportunity is given to artisans from across the country to showcase and market their handmade, rare, exquisite indigenous products. Which of the above statements are correct? The answer to this is 2 and 3 only. Why? Because it is not an initiative of the Ministry of Culture, but instead it is the initiative of the Ministry of Minority Affairs. Why have we taken this practice question? Because of the reference in the PIB article. What exactly happens? This is an initiative taken by the Ministry of Minority Affairs. Let's say there are people from the minority community. They have different types of talents when it comes to handmade, handicraft, so on and so forth. So what they require is a marketing. What they require is a platform. This platform is provided through what is called as the Hunar Hatt, which is why this becomes a very important scheme from the Ministry of Minority Affairs point of view. Now let's look into the next practice question. Consider the following statements. The duration of monsoon decreases from southern India to northern India. The amount of annual rainfall in the northern plains of India decreases from east to west. Which of the statements given above is correct? The answer to this is both 1 and 2. This happens to be a previous year question. Let's try and understand the explanation with respect to the Indian monsoon. What exactly happens? As we have discussed in our yesterday's CNA, what we have is the low pressure, that which is developed in the Indian subcontinent. What we have is the high pressure, that which is present in the oceanic conditions and also in the southern hemisphere. So what exactly happens? We have the drift or the movement of the wind which moves from the region of high pressure to the low pressure. So which is why we have what is called as the monsoon type of climate. Because the southern part of India is more in nature to the oceanic conditions and the oceanic temperature variations, there will be more amount of rainfall, and as a result, as we go to the northern part, the amount of moisture that the wind has will be comparatively dropped, and at the same time what we will see is a drop when it comes to monsoonic conditions from the south to the north. And at the same time, we did discuss yesterday as well, we have what is called as the Arabian Sea branch, and we also have what is called as the Bay of Bengal branch. So the moisture laden winds is taken, so it enters the subcontinent, it enters Indian lands. So as it moves from the east to the west, what we have is the drop when it comes to the moisture. When you consider the Indian conditions, which region has the low pressure? So what we have is highest temperature when it comes to Rajasthan. So when it comes to the Rajasthan, what we have is the low pressure. So the wind moves from the Bay of Bengal region. As it moves from the east to the west, what we have is the moisture content reducing. Since the moisture content starts reducing, what we have is this particular monsoon wind which is reducing from the east to west, which is what is being spoken, that the amount of annual rainfall in the northern plains decreases from east to west. That is because the moisture laden wind comparatively drops as it travels from east to west. And the first option is also right. That is because as we move from the south to the north, again there is drop when it comes to the rainfall. Now let's look into the fact of the day. The fact of the day is about Guru or Sant Ravidas ji. Let's look into some of the important factual data about Guru Ravidas ji. He was an Indian mystic poet saint of the Bhakti movement and the founder of Ravidasya religion. Ravidas' devotional verses were included in the Sikh scriptures known as Guru Granth Sahib. Guru Ravidas Jayanti is celebrated on Magh Purnima, which is the full moon day in the Hindu calendar month of Magha. What are the teachings of Guru Ravidas ji? It is said that he was born in an untouchable caste. Because he was born in a so-called untouchable caste, he had to face a lot of grief and pain, and also atrocities were committed against him. So Saint did not actually look into all these atrocities. He focused on the spiritual conduct. He penned several devotional songs which made a huge impact during the Bhakti movement during the 14th and the 16th century CE. So what does he speak of? So because he was from the so-called untouchable caste, because he's gone through the pain of this particular issue, he says that this whole idea of caste and its division is atrocious in nature. So he speaks about removing the caste divide so that we can promote the unity of all. He also goes on to say that when we speak about the soul, it is an aspect of the God. So irrespective of which caste he comes from, every single person would be able to meet God and achieve salvation, says Guru Ravidas ji. It is this that we have to understand in reference to this PIB article. So this is it for today. Thank you for watching. All the best.